The ADC governorship candidate in Akwa Ibom State, Ezike Inya Etoke, has stated that he blames himself for why the proposed merger between the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and his counterpart in the NNPP, Rabi Kwankwaso, failed to materialize. In an interview with AIT, Inya Etoke disclosed that Kwankwaso is his good friend, but he supported Peter Obi in the election. He said, to a large extent, he blames himself for why Kwankwaso refused to become Obi's running mate, and that the merger negotiation failed because it wasn't handled with emotional intelligence. He added that if Kwankwaso and Obi had formed an alliance they would have been much more formidable. About 15 minutes into a video shared on YouTube, Inya said, "Let me make a confession on national television, if I am to say so. To a great extent, I blame myself for that merger not happening. I am one of the closest friends of Kwankwaso. As a matter of fact, on my birthday, he actually came down to Uyo and spent 3 days with me as a private guest. We are that close. I know his passion, but you see, at the negotiation table, at the initial time, they were thinking Mr. Kwankwaso is not as dogmatic as or rigid as they think. All you needed was somebody that had the emotional intelligence to be able to diplomatically let the two sides know that this is about national service and not about who I am or who you are, as at that time. Kwankwaso had something to hold on to, and Peter Obi was largely like an idea. So you don't come and give an idea as being superior to somebody who knows what is got. What you need to tell Kwankwaso was that this is one sacrifice you can do, and this nation will be grateful to you for a long time. Factually, Kwankwaso had the facts and figures on his side, but there was a general notion that the presidency should go to the south. That could have been a situation where you appeal to Kwankwaso to please allow it to be like this as a national sacrifice. If the obedience movement had a man like Kwankwaso backing them, that movement would have been twice what we saw. Well, you might be making your own points, but at the end of the day, some people are saying that Kwankwaso is just a spoiler. At the end of the day, it was only one state, and people predicted it that it is only that Kano now injured if he gets a hold. You see everywhere. He couldn't. You can't even match him with, because a lot of people could not even believe in him. But unlike, they were saying that Obi didn't have spread, but we could see what happened, and with all form of intimidations, and you see what he got. Kwankwaso just gets only 1 million. That 1 million came from Kano. While Obi got 6.1 million, and after they had butchered all the votes here and there. So what are we talking about? Is your friend, and at you people's age, you guys didn't even know how to come together and do the right thing, because you people feel that you have a little coins that you are spending, and that is it. You don't even care about the people at the lower Keda. You don't care about them. So that's why you're doing birthday, all of you are jollificating and all of that. You no deep thinking, because you can't tell me you guys at this age you didn't know what is good for the country. You guys are in your 60s and you are telling us that but whichever way, it's even good that it happened that way. At least we now know who is who, because they would have said, oh, it was Kwankwaso that made Obi to get such a number of votes. But all good and fine. Well, confused men like Enya and Kwankwaso is the reasons why the country is a mess up, because for me, Kwankwaso got nothing to hold on to. Someone who barely won just a state in the concluded presidential election is nothing to write home about. Rather, Peter Obi is the main substance here. For the very first time, Obi contested for president, and he won almost 22 states, including the FCC, victoriously. Not now. Let Kwankwaso and his cohort learn their lessons from these outputs of the elect. Your confession is belated. Nonetheless, that failed merger is a blessing in disguise. Peter Obi wouldn't have been able to work with somebody like Kwankwaso, who is too proud and full of himself. He wouldn't make a good vice. Dirty and Obi are a good match, and they would give Nigerians their heart desires. Their dreams for Nigeria would come true. Even if they merge, 1 plus 6 will give 7 million. Yeah. How many say the Kwankwaso win apart from Kano? Ask me. Oh. You are right. Even if it was possible for Peter Obi to gather 90% of all the total votes cast, this Yakubu Mohammed and his APC gang of election riggers will still manipulate it, because it is very obvious that Labour Party won presidential election. Well, story for the girls from this man. Is it president that will determine the Senate president to be? What if other parties form alliance against the ruling party? It is too late to cry when the head is off. The truth is, even if there's a merger, the election will still be manipulated, and that is it. It's good to say everybody answer a papa name. Everybody answer a papa name. Oganyako. We don't even need your confession statement. We thank God for what happened. It made us know the kind of Kwankwaso the man Kwankwaso is. You see, he is not the kind of person we initially think he was. He is after his pockets and the interests of the northern elder. With such a man, he can't even work with Peter Obi or Labour Party. These people are for the interest of the masses and for justice. Birds of the same feather, they say, flock together. Kwankwaso is of the same feather with APC. Let him go and merge with them. They should use the beavers, then you will know. What this man is saying is clear. He is mocking the Igbos, is indirectly saying, I was the one that stopped the merger. Why? Because he hates the Igbos. Is that what you think so? No. No, I don't think. Well, it's your opinion. The Kwankwaso we all know cannot even accept to be vice. He is a former military general, coupled with being a core northerner who has that born to rule mentality inherent in him. That was the major roadblock that was encountered in the major negotiation. Even though he knew that power is supposed to return to the south, especially to the southeast, but pride and arrogance wouldn't allow him think right. They would have said, oh, it was Kwankwaso that made Peter Obi to get that number of votes. That's what they'll be saying. They know they give shishi. That is why we pray and work tirelessly for their failure. Okay, APC, we give you shishi, Abi. No worry, your tears is yet to come. It is very close. By your white handkerchief, by your handkerchief, white handkerchief, and keep it. Senseless mental talk. So far, personal and selfish interest is what is killing this country. Everyone wants to be the decider of all that is happening in this country. Foolishness everywhere. Now, where is NMPP? In the dustbin and of trash. Yeah.